loves, how are we? I hope that you're doing well. I'm really sunburnt, can you tell? Can you see like how like sunburnt I am? I'm very sunburnt. It's been a really nice day and we've just been vibing, and I thought tonight might be quite a nice night to just film our evening routine. We found this really nice little spot that we're staying at tonight, which is a new spot for us actually. We've stayed here only a handful of times, but it seems to be good so far. It's like out in the middle of nowhere. There is no phone signal, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine for me because I've been doing offline 48, which actually I want to chat to you guys a bit more about, but we'll do that later. I need to go out for what? I'm very all over the place today. We need to go out for a WALK with the dogs because I need to do the compost. So I'll tell you about offline 48 when we're doing that. It doesn't look that bad in real life, but on camera it looks absolutely terrible.
It looks really bad in real life as well.
This is Lewis, by the way.
Hello.
The very elusive other person that lives in the van with me. He'll just randomly be in a video and then not be in 7 videos and then be in another video again. But we're always pleased to have it, mate.
Don't deal well with being famous.
Do you think that the people who own this little patch of land that my compost heap is on, do you think that they like don't want us to be on the land anymore or something? Since the 2 ways to get onto it now look like this. Lewis is such an incredibly good dog dad, but also he pisses me off more than anyone in the entire world because I spend my entire days trying to get Harry Haggis to stop barking and chill out, and then Lewis hangs out with them for one day and makes them do this, and then they just bark forever, and then it's me that has to pick up the pieces the next day.
Yeah, they seem pretty good if they've been with me.
Go! Does my fucking nothing, I tell you. Ooh.
That's a very nice amount of dogs. Perfect.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
So I mentioned earlier that I've done offline 48, hashtag offline 48. And it's basically like what's her name? Her. She does it every single weekend where you're off social media for the whole entire weekend. And she, by the way, she's like the best sustainable clothing advocate in the entire world. You should definitely follow her if you're interested in like sustainable fashion. But yeah, I've actually taken it a step further and just switched my phone off for the whole weekend. So like Friday night switched it off and I haven't switched it back on yet. And it's been really nice. It's been a lovely break away from my phone. And I highly recommend it. I felt very present and all the other things that you want to feel in your life. Yeah, recommend. I'm making pasta with some sausages and veg. Very nice, very wholesome. Pesto pasta. Oh, actually, but we're having red pesto. We haven't had red pesto in quite a while. We always have green pesto, but dog wants on bed. Do you want dog on bed?
Sure. Go on
Come
then.
on in. Good boy.
boy.
Any cooking scissors, I just use my sewing scissors, which they work great. Okay, while that's cooking, I'm going to load up an episode of The Office. We have a bunch downloaded. That is our entertainment of choice. Hello? How are you taking over my laptop like that? Oh, I have my ways. It's best not to question me. Listen, you do you, okay? Oh, does this mean that we've got a sponsor this week? It sure does. Look in the top drawer. What? Yep. Are you... No. How did you do that? I don't just have the most important job in the world by chance, you know. I know. You're the best. You're the best. This video is sponsored by Small. If you haven't heard of Small before, I mean, like, are you living under a rock? Like, do you need help? Because they are the best sustainable household brand in the entire universe. I love how much thought and effort and energy Small have put into creating their products. Their bio washing tabs use way less chemicals than other brands. They come in a fully recyclable cardboard box and they clean your washing like tip top. I mean, I've got 2 dogs and I live in a van, okay? I need my washing tablets to work. And they work so well and the clothes come out smelling like, ooh, it's so fresh. Just think how much plastic you're stopping going into the landfill when you consider your normal washing tabs versus Small in their completely plastic-free packaging. They've also released a fabric conditioner that doesn't have any animal fat in it, and they come in these 100% post-consumer recycled plastic bottles, and they also have a scheme where you can return your fabric conditioner bottle to them. They'll clean the bottles, refill them and send them back out to you with more fabric conditioner. So you're completely eliminating plastic waste from you doing your washing. If you haven't tried Small yet, I highly recommend making the switch over to them. I switched over a year ago and I've never looked back. I love them. That's why I'm so excited that they're working with me on this video, and you can use my code Kirsty15 to get 15% off your first 2 orders, not just 1, 2 orders, and you honestly are going to love it. You're welcome. Do you want me to just like put it back in the drawer? Yeah, that'd be great. I'll get it later. Okay, cool. Wait, how did you get into the van to put it there in the first place? Did you somehow break into my van? Should I be worried?
Thank you so much. That looks amazing, doesn't it, Haggis? You can have scraps.
Obviously, dinner is not complete without mayonnaise, of course.
Haggis, it's drooling all over my laptop.
We have a fabulous situation worked out where Lewis does all the washing up because I do all the cooking. It's a joint effort between Lewis and the dogs to do the washing up. You can tell that the dogs help us with the dishes when you look at our wooden spoon, because that's not the normal shape of a wooden spoon. Oh my god, and the spatula.
I caught that one a bit quicker.
It's so sick that we're coming into summer now. It means that it stays light for so much longer. It's a bit chilly still though. I'm going to put up our window covers. Okay, now all the shutters are up and everything, I get the dogs ready for bed. Sometimes they're not even having anything on to go to bed, but it's been a little bit cooler the last few mornings, so I'm just putting their like sleeping bag jumpers on. Harry Haggis absolutely hates having his jumper put on. Come here, it's okay. Good boy. Wait, what was my joke that I thought of? Harry Haggis has so little chill that he's a major contributor to global warming. Boom, boom, got him.
Contain yourself.
Don't tell me how to tell the joke, Lewis. God, you come up with your own jokes and then you tell me how to tell my joke.
You can't laugh at your own jokes.
I can if they're hilarious. Lewis speaks fluent French. How fun is this lighting, by the way? We have like a red light lamp because we're very into our sleep. you shouldn't use any blue light when you're trying to get to sleep. You should just use red light. That's why half my face is red right now. Lewis is fluent in French and we want to live in France at some point in our lives. So yeah, I'm trying to learn. Don't ask me how it's going. The Wi-Fi is being rubbish, so I'm gonna have to like sit with the dogs. This is where the signal's good.
Les journalistes.
Les journalistes.
Les chats mangent les pizzas.
Les chats mangent les pizzas. If you haven't switched over yet from plastic to bamboo toothbrushes, it's like one of the easiest things in the world to do. By the way, my basil is not doing well. We're not doing good. Please, if anybody knows anything about keeping basil, can you like let me know what's going wrong? I'm worried that it's because I just used mud from a field rather than like proper compost. Maybe it's not got like enough nutrients in it or something, or it's like, I don't know, something's going wrong. Help me if you can. Alright, now we're into like proper wind down time. Lewis will usually read his book. He's reading a book about the wonders of fungus at the moment. It's very interesting. Every now and then he'll just shout, "Kirsty, Kirsty, Kirsty," and tell me a really interesting mushroom fact that he's read. And I'll do my journal. If you would, bear with me for a moment. I feel like I just want to like go off about journaling for a bit because I've never talked to you guys about journaling before. Journaling is like, how to even describe it? It's like the best decision I've ever made in my whole life for like my day-to-day mental health. Like I used to have a really big problem with sleep because as soon as I would get into bed, all the problems in the world would suddenly land in my brain and I would just tear through everything, tear through the week, the day, the year, and I just couldn't get to sleep. But like I felt so much better. Like when every single evening I will sit down and I will write a journal entry. It's just one page. Like I limit myself to just like one page and everything that's happened that day has to fit on just that one page, and it just helps me get to sleep and it helps me to like, it makes me think about my life in a much more positive way, because there's a thing that I do as well. I don't know if this is like a thing that everyone does, but like I will color code my days. So I have a little highlighter and the good days get green, the medium days get yellow, and the bad days get pink, because I don't have red. Nothing against pink. It's kind of like a competitive thing because obviously you want to have a wonderful life, don't you? So when I'm detailing my life, I want to highlight it green. I don't want to highlight it yellow or pink. So it's almost like you reevaluate everything that's happened in the day and then you only focus on the good things, because you don't want to dwell on the bad things and you don't want to dwell on things that you've made mountains out of molehills about and then make your whole day shit because, you know, one bad thing happened. And it really makes you reflect and realize that actually most of the day is great, even if there's a few bad things which normally you would then obsess over and you would think the whole day was a bust. When you write it all out, you realize actually there was tons today that happened that was really good and it was just one weird little random thing that was bad. So yeah, I feel like my life has genuinely been so much happier since I've started journaling every day. And I recommend it. If you've never tried it, I recommend it. That's my PSA over. I'm a journal now. Every night, Alfie like comes out of his bed and just sits on the floor and goes to sleep. That's his bed of choice. Good night, Alfie. Sleep well. Alright, now that that is done, we are pretty much ready to go to bed. We're just going to meditate, and then that is the conclusion of our evening routine. We always end with a meditation.
Just taking a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth.
It is bedtime. Okay, right. Remember and use Kirsty15 for 15% off your first 2 orders at small. Okay, good night. I love you. See you next week. Bye.